Okay, this will be a demo of current feature, which is called include test results in the release evidence. And in the way it's currently implemented, to show how it can be used and receive some feedback on it. So currently GitLab supports many formats of test reports. I guess the most useful and common is JUnit reports, but we also support a lot more. So all these reports, if they will be uploaded as an artifact to GitLab, they will be stored as a part of release evidence. So how this all works? This is a sample project, which basically has only a couple of Ruby test examples in it and GitLab CI YAML file. So let's start with it. Okay, let's wait for it to load. Okay, so first things first, we generate release as a last stage in this pipeline, as you can notice from here. And it's a manual job, which I will just trigger by clicking to the play button. And we're using the release CLI available as a Docker image. And this is a main job, which is just like running some Ruby tests in it. And we need to notice a few things here. First is that we're uploading artifacts, and we're uploading them always, not only like the usual part, the default behavior of the GitLab runner is to upload artifacts only if job is successful. And I have a failing example in the tests just to show how it looks like. So I need to specify that I want to upload artifacts always. Also, I need to specify path to the artifacts. Usually you can just specify reports if you want to see JUnit reports only in the GitLab interface. But if you want some downloadable version of it, you need to specify path as another keyword. So those 3 lines are required for artifacts to be downloadable and to be downloadable always regardless of the job result itself. So let's just trigger the new pipeline now. Yeah, run pipeline. Okay, and you can see these 2 jobs. First one runs tests, the second one creates the release inside GitLab, basically inside GitLab database. So we can see what happens with the first one. It's slow because it is my development environment, and I'm using it through a few proxy environments. So yeah, it is slow. In production, it's much, much faster. Okay, it's already finished. We have 1 successful test example and 1 failing one, which is basically saying that 2 + 2 is not equal 5. And you can see that we can download jobs from here. So we will use basically the same link, which is used here. Let's go back to the pipeline. Yeah, we see the job is failed, but it's allowed to fail. I need to make it allowed to fail because if it is not allowed to fail, I won't have this play button on the next stage. So let's release our code. Okay, and go to this job. By default, the test example which I use for releasing and using release CLI takes the job ID, which is 715 here, as the name of the release branch, basically. Yeah, you can see it from here. So this will be a release name, which will be created. Yeah, this job has succeeded. Let's go to releases. Okay, here is our release branch. We can download evidence for it. Okay. This is evidence, a little hard to read, so let's format it. Okay. This is relevant currently. Okay, so the new item here in the release hash is report artifacts, which is basically array of all jobs which created both artifacts as a file using pass keyword and report using report keyword. And all they will just have one field is URL, which allows to download the file. You obviously need to be authorized in GitLab to download things. So now we can download it. Yeah. And we can see this JUnit file here, which is basically says that we have one successful test example and one failing one. Currently, these artifacts will be archived after the default value for GitLab installation, which is never on the gitlab.com and can be configured on self-hosted installs. But in the next iteration, we will make all test reports saved in the release evidence to preserved by default and never expire, even if GitLab CI YAML suggests that they should expire, or default settings for GitLab instance says that. So yeah, this is how feature works now. And I want to receive some feedback on is it what we want or it is something else.